Today we're reading some more terrifying Reddit stories and I hope you guys are excited. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe if you want to. And let's get straight into it. Enjoy, guys. Am I the a-hole for not giving my sister my wife's clothes? My wife was a corporate lawyer and a mediator. She had some very nice work clothes. She was diagnosed with ovarian cancer and was gone in 2 years. Oh, I'm so sorry, OP. The last 6 months of her life were hell. My sister Sarah didn't do jack for us during that time. My wife never liked her. I do not like her. She's a selfish cow. At my wife's wake, she started asking about my wife's clothes and I brushed her off. She wanted to pick out a few pieces to remember my wife by and I ignored her. It's been 6 months and I've attended my mum's birthday, but I'm still not in the mood to deal with people. Then Sarah comes asking about my wife's clothes. I told her my wife wanted me to donate them to this women's shelter and she often helped. It'll help women in need with their own court cases and court appointments and job interviews. My sister Sarah said that my wife was even selfish in death. I asked her what the did she mean? And she started going off on how my wife always thought that she was better than her, and it's not fair that clothes are going to charity and not to family. Oh, please don't ever speak to her again, OP. I told my sister I'd rather see the clothes of my wife lit on fire than on her back. My sister started crying and my mum came over to see what was wrong. My mum told me to be easy on my sister because she was talking about my wife's death hard. What? The insanity of that coming out of my mum's mouth made me grab my gift and leave. My mum acts like I had to ruin her birthday by being melodramatic, but I can't believe their emotional blackmail towards me over clothes that they have no right to. Yeah, that's disgusting, OP. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's straight up revolting of your sister to say. How do you even say something like that and still live with yourself? That's so sad. And yeah, what's your mum talking about saying go easy on her? Nah. The top comment says your wife was better than your sister, who has the character of a, well, you said it, a selfish cow. I'm very sorry for your loss. You're not being melodramatic either. You're reacting to something ugly and insensitive in a very normal way. I think you might be wise to avoid your mother and sister for a while. Your sister may be forever, her character is not gonna change, and she has no qualms about saying terribly hurtful things if she thinks they further her selfish goals. If there's a group for young bereaved spouses in your area, maybe through your religious denomination or through a community mental health center, you might find people there who are sensitive to what you're going through and can offer you kind peer support. Donate those clothes in your wife's name to the charity she supported as soon as you're ready to do so. Block your sister and your mother. The world is full of kind, supportive people who offer you more than what you need than your blood relations do. Please walk away. You've already gone through enough. Not the a-hole. Yeah, couldn't agree more. That's so sad. I feel so bad for you, OP. But yeah, like that comment said, there are so many good people out there, but apparently you're not related to them. The comment under that says, not the a-hole. Besides the fact that you're following your wife's wishes, your sister's acting like a vulture. And why's your mother worrying about your sister taking your wife's death hard when you were the one who lost their wife? So no, you're doing nothing wrong. You're still grieving and your sister's treating you like a thrift store, and your mother's completely ignoring your grief because another family member's better at being dramatic. The one below that one says not the gay hole. It's your wife. How dare Sarah mention it at the funeral? Entirely selfish and classless and callous to your pain. And then to bring it up again and say it's to remember your wife by? She doesn't care about your wife and she never did. And then to insult your deceased wife by calling her selfish. Your mum's also a problem. Sarah's having a hard time with your wife's death. Really? Not you, the husband? I'm sorry, but your sister and your mum suck. You should reevaluate why they're in your life and if they deserve to be. Yeah, the comment under that too, it's incredibly selfish to ask for her clothes at all. I agree with you, the funeral was the #1 worst place. We had people asking for my father's tools before we even had a funeral. I don't get some people. Yeah, that's such a good point as well. Asking for them ever is weird. No, of course you're not the a-hole, OP. Yeah, this one too, not the a-hole. Your sister and mother are unhinged if they think anything they said is in any way appropriate. I'm sorry about your wife's death and I'm sorry that your family sucks. Might be time to go low contact or no contact. Yeah, definitely, OP. And all the best with it too. What a terrible situation. The next one is called, am I the a-hole for not letting my wife be a trad wife? My wife and I have been married for 10 years. The night before our wedding, she announced to me in front of her family that she didn't want to take my name and she'd rather keep her last name. I was not happy about it, but it was her choice. I had no say and I went through with the wedding, but it's been a sore spot for me since. She's recently indicated that she wants to quit her job, be supported by my employment because she feels she deserves to be a trad, traditional wife. I feel that we're equal partners in this and that going down to one income is going to have significant implications to our lifestyle and retirement planning. complaining. There have been several arguments or discussions about this, and in our last discussion she said that she was going to be a trad wife. I told her that a traditional wife takes her husband's name, and since she didn't do that, I'm not going to be a trad husband and support her by sacrificing myself and my happiness for her. We are equal in rights and responsibilities and in finances. I told her the day she quits her job expecting to become a trad wife is the day I leave her. Am I the a-hole? No, you're not the a-hole, OP. This is not something you decide after the fact. It has to be agreed upon. The couple has to agree with it. Like, yeah, that sort of situation can definitely work for couples, but they have to agree on it. And that has to be the plan. She doesn't get to be like, oh, okay, I suddenly want to become a trad wife, and I'm going to force that onto you and force you to solely provide for me, forcing all of that stress onto you, OP. Of course that's not fair. But yeah, once again, there's nothing wrong with that sort of trad wife situation or like whatever you want to do with your partner, but you both have to agree on it. One person does not get to decide. This comment says not the a-hole. While I personally can't comprehend the appeal of the trad wife thing, I've got no issues with other couples choosing that lifestyle, but the key is the couple chooses it. It has to be a joint decision. Your wife unilaterally decking that she doesn't want to work is not okay. Yeah, 100% that's the issue. The top comment says not the a-hole. This isn't only for her to decide. This comment says turn the tables on her. Tell her you're going to be a stay-at-home husband, not the a-hole. Yeah, no, you're not the a-hole, OP. Once again, if that's something that both of you wanted, then that's awesome. But if you don't want it and she wants it, but you have to both want it, OP. This comment says not the a-hole, but I'd be curious where the hell it's coming from. Like, sit down and ask why she wants to make such a huge shift in the relationship. A friend of mine's now ex-wife went through something like this. For her, it was tied to suddenly becoming very invested in religion, but maybe she's been influenced by trad wife TikToks and Instas. The comment below that says it's coming from OP's wish to create anti-woman rage bait. Yeah, well, I guess that's a possibility too. Maybe none of this is even real. The comment below that says, or she hates her job and she just wants to give up. This comment says, just tell her that it sounds great to be a trad wife and stay home making fruit compote and gardening and making videos, or whatever the trad wife does. So you'll be joining her. See how she likes unilateral decisions being made? Yeah, obviously it's super unfair to just spring that on your partner. And for that reason, if this is real, you're not the a-hole, OP. But also, once again, I want to stress the fact I've got no issue with that sort of relationship. Like, people can do whatever they want to do, but as long as that's what they want to do, the couple has to decide together. The next one says, am I the a-hole for being very upset that my wife is helping her friend cheat on her husband? Oh no, that's a really big red flag. Ew. A while ago, my wife and her friend went on a weekend trip, which seemed fine. Turns out the friend didn't really want to go on the trip. She was meeting a guy, her best friend, her soulmate. Apparently these two have been messaging each other for years. My wife didn't know this, but obviously found out about it and told me, but she just ignored it because it wasn't our business. We didn't tell the husband. It was a weird what the f kind of thing. I do not know the husband at all. I barely know this friend. I was thinking not my circus, not my monkeys. So here's the thing. My friend asked my wife to go on another trip and she'll pay probably about $3,000 for the sole purpose of cheating on her husband again. My wife was gleefully ecstatic about going on a free trip. She will be the alibi for her friend cheating. Am I the a-hole for feeling outraged and feeling betrayed and feeling that our marriage is a joke and frankly wanting to end it? If her and the girls make such a farce of marriage and help each other out and cover for each other cheating, what the is our marriage? I'm seriously considering telling my wife that she can make her own decisions, but they have consequences, and when she returns for the first cheating weekend, the locks will be changed and the divorce papers will be pinned to the front door. No, I don't feel like you're the a-hole, OP. That's a huge red flag. Oh no, that's so sad. I understand why you're asking the subreddit too, because it sort of feels like, oh well, you know, you don't know that your wife is cheating or something, so is it really a big deal? But no, it's definitely a big deal. Morally, that is so awful, and yes, such a red flag. I don't feel like you should be around anybody that's supportive of people cheating. It's bloody disgusting. And yeah, if they can do this, why can't they do it to you, OP? What's stopping this happening to you if you know she's that okay about cheating? I feel like it's totally reasonable to be upset about this, OP. The top comment says, not the a-hole, ask your wife if you were cheating. Would she want people to tell her? The comment below that says this, just because her friend claims the side piece is her soulmate, that's no excuse to help them cheat. A truly good friend would never go along with this. This comment says, dude, try this, satiate my curiosity. Pretend to be cool with it for a single conversation. Tell her you're clearing your schedule so you can join her on the trip. Pretend to be excited about going on your free vacation. Shouldn't be an issue since the friend will be with her affair partner, right? If she gets weird about it, then you have a bigger question to ask. Just in case you read my comment, I'd like to clarify my suspicions just in case I nail it. I think she might be throwing you a red herring. I think she's the cheater and all always has been. Do you have any evidence from the friend that says otherwise? I think she set the stage to ease your suspicions for later trips. Logically, who pays $3,000 for a cover story? Or is your wife creating a believable scenario that explains why her trip is paid for? It could be being paid for the dude that she's banging. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but either way, your wife sucks, OP. And you're not the a-hole. OP left a comment that said there's a TV show event where some celebrities are going to be present, so that's the thing, she really wants to attend that. This whole thing's a show, and I think I need to blow the whistle on everything. Yeah, do it, OP. Like, I don't want to say that your wife is cheating on you, OP, because it's kind of irrelevant. Even if your wife isn't cheating on you, OP, she's obviously okay with it. This comment says not the a-hole, divorce her. If she were to see somebody else cheating, you can bet she'd have no problem asking her friend to do the same for her. This comment says she will cheat on you on a free trip. After all, her friend is doing it without consequence, so why bother being loyal? Not the a-hole. Yeah, because the friend is super excited about it. The friend's going to be encouraging OP's wife about it too. I don't think that's like a weird conspiracy theory. I feel like that's pretty likely. This comment says if she's okay with the friend doing it, then she's okay with cheating, period. Who's to say they aren't in it together? Both of them could be cheating. Maybe he has a friend. Maybe the other wife saying the same thing to her husband. How would you know? She obviously is okay with lying to the friend's husband about his wife. If the topic ever came up, she would cover for the friend. She could be doing the same to you. Ask her if you can go along with them. Say you need some time away and you could just pay for it since the friend is paying for the two of them. Or just book a trip without her knowing and surprise them there. This comment says if this is real, don't throw out consequences. Instead say we need to have a hard conversation. I'm very concerned with the state of our own marriage. You know a friend is cheating on their spouse and you support this instead of telling them to just divorce. You're actively covering for them and are excited to help. This shows morally that you're okay with this behavior. Now you're telling me that you're going on a girl's trip where she's going to be cheating with another man the entire trip. So are you going to third wheel it? Get rid of the fact that you're supporting cheating. What you just told me is we're going on a cheating vacation where my BFF and I cover for each other and she plans to hook up all week with her new partner. However, you don't want me there. I think we need to talk about if you're cheating on me. Yeah, I don't think OP's ever going to want to stay with this person and I can't blame them really. It's super telling of their character, OP. But yeah, definitely need to still communicate. Yeah, this comment too, not the a-hole, definitely tell the husband. Sorry to say it, but you married a loser. But also, I feel like it's not even really about whether or not the wife's cheating. Even if she isn't cheating, it's already bad enough. It's already such a shock to OP that OP wants to get a divorce. Like, it's one of those moments where you're like, oh, you are not very good morally, are you? Like, obviously, a huge wake-up call for OP. So yeah, like a lot of comments say, maybe talk to a lawyer, maybe tell the guy that's getting cheated on. But yeah, good luck with it, OP. That's so sad. The next one that we're going to read's on the Entitled People subreddit. Age restrictions aren't my problem. I work in what's essentially a huge play place for children. There are no age restrictions except for one single room, which is limited to children under the age of 3. It also requires them to be supervised by a member of their group age 16 or older, because we're just there to facilitate play and make sure everybody's being safe. We're not babysitters. Everybody, staff included, is required to have their shoes off when in the room. We don't want dirt or mud to be tracked into a room where lots of little kids are crawling around on the floor. We deal with people being mildly annoyed over these rules on a pretty regular basis, but typically they don't make a big thing out of it. Recently, a mum came up to the little entrance gate to the room with her 2 kids. One was younger than 3. The other was very obviously at least 5 or 6 years old. Before I can even say hello, she's telling me, not even asking, that the 5 to 6 year old will be coming into the room regardless of the rules because she doesn't have anybody else who can watch him and a younger child really wants to come in. I politely attempted to explain that I can't allow that. We take the age rule very serious due to past issues and we can get written up for allowing bigger kids into the room. She makes a huge show of groaning and rolling her eyes at me and then tells the older child that they can just go play somewhere else while she and the under 3 come to play in the room, which required me to tell her that she can't have her kids off on their own without her. She then proceeds to flip out at me. Every time we come here, I've been allowed to bring my older child in here with me. No one's ever told us that was a rule before, and so on. I explained to her that if that was true, my co-workers had made a mistake and I was fully expected to maintain the age limits in the room. She gets angrier and angrier and ends up goading her youngest into a full-on crying meltdown by telling him, this person is saying that you don't get to have fun. If he's not going to let us in, we have to go home because I can't deal with both of you. Wow, the audacity. It all wrapped up with both of her kids crying as they're being shoved back into their stroller, and the mum storming off swearing that she was going to go straight to our admissions desk, straight away to report me, and then she was going to go home to write a review. I asked around later and I found out that she did go to the front desk to complain, and was apparently utterly livid when she was told, yeah, sounds like our employees did their job. That room is exclusively for kids 3 or younger, and we do require that kids stay with their adults. Wow, that's amazing. She still hasn't left a review though. I was looking forward to seeing my name mentioned. That's hilarious. Yeah, looks like they're doing their job. Can you go get upset about nothing somewhere else, please? That's so annoying though. The entitlement of some people blows me away. Like, how is that even a real person? And I can't even imagine how they would have felt after the other person said that to them. Like, yeah, they're doing their job. How about stop being so rude? I'm gonna report you and I'm gonna leave a review. In that review, it's gonna say that you were doing your job. Like, yeah, that's gonna go well, isn't it? Good luck with that. Yeah, this comment too, such wonderful examples for the children too, especially when they throw in some salty language. Yeah, ruining what could have been a fun time for her kids because she can't get what she wants and has to follow the rules. That's so sad. The top comment says, my favorite businesses are the ones who take crazy negative reviews like that one the lady will ultimately write and then blow them up into big posters and put them on the wall for everybody to see. Yeah, like this isn't gonna bring the business down or do some sort of damage or something, but I guarantee they don't realize that. Like, it only makes you look bad, it doesn't make OP look bad. Like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I walked into this place telling them what to do, not following the rules. They got annoyed at me and said that wasn't okay. Like, oh yeah, how dare they do their job? The next one says, am I the gay hoe for thinking it's my daughter's fault for getting arrested? And if she goes to jail, it's a consequence of her actions. So I'm not sure where to even start with this, but here goes. My 47 male 22-year-old daughter got arrested recently for breaking into some rich people's houses and stealing. It wasn't just a one-time thing. She and her friends have been doing this for a while. They've gotten lucky up until now, but their luck ran out when they broke into a mansion, triggered the alarm, and the police caught them. It didn't help that they weren't wearing masks or anything, so the cameras caught everything. Outside, inside, every angle. Here's the thing though, she could have been shot. There was security at that mansion, and I honestly don't know how she made it out of there without that happening. The cops showed up before anything like that could go down, but she was arrested, along with the others. I've already helped her pay for a lawyer, but the evidence against her is pretty airtight. They've got her on camera breaking in. She had a part-time job and she's been living at home, so there's no reason for her to be doing this. I've got no idea what made her think this was a good idea in the first place. Now she's looking at potentially going to prison and could be kicked out of college because of it. She's gonna plead guilty because, well, she did it, and there's no way around it. What's really been eating at me is that she blames me for not doing more to get her off the hook. She's mad at me like I'm supposed to magically make it all go away. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. She made the choice to do this, not me. Like I said, there's no logical reason for her to break into wealthy people's mansions and steal their stuff. She had a good job, was in school, and was heading down a good career path. In fact, the money she used was only for things she wanted. My wife and I paid for her school and food and clothes and all her needs. We don't even make her pay rent. There's no reason for her to turn to crime. I guess I'm looking for advice. How do I deal with this? I want to support her as best I can, but she's an adult. I can't fix this for her. And honestly, I don't even know if I should. Has anybody been through something similar with their kid? What did you do? How did you handle it? I'm at a loss right now. Yeah, well, there are consequences to actions. And that's a pretty good lesson to learn, I feel like, OP. Yeah, there you go. The top comment says, providing support doesn't mean you need to shield her from the consequences. You've already helped out with legal representation, which is a significant gesture. Continue to support her emotionally and help her understand the importance of taking responsibility for her actions. Encouraging her to focus on rehabilitation and personal growth could be more beneficial in the long run than trying to mitigate the legal consequences. Yeah, 1,000,000%. It doesn't sound like you're doing a bad job either, OP. This comment says also, how could OP shield her from the consequences? And this comment says he can't. But her thinking is so childlike that she still believes that daddy can make it all go away. Yeah, that's right. That's the issue. They need to know that, like, oh, dad can't fix everything. Like, this is serious. It's not just a fun thing. Also, it's raining so much outside, so hopefully you can't hear it too much. This comment says, not the a-hole. It's time that she face the consequences of her illegal behavior. Don't try to fix this for her. It's time that she sees how criminals are treated. I know it's hard. Parenting sometimes is. Good luck to both of you. This comment says, not the a-hole. It's tough to watch somebody you love face the consequences of their own actions, especially when those consequences are severe. But you're right, she's an adult. And part of being an adult is understanding that actions have repercussions. You've done what you can by getting her a lawyer, but the rest is up to her to handle. As for dealing with it, stick to tough love while being emotionally supportive without enabling her. That might help balance the equation. It is a rough patch, but hopefully it serves as a life lesson for her on accountability and making better choices. Yeah, that's such a good comment. Definitely a hard situation, but you're not the a-hole, OP. And I feel like on that note, that's enough for today. That was such a fun episode, and I'm so ready to read something wholesome. I hope you guys had a fun time today. If you did, make sure you let me know down below in the comment section. Grandparents after secretly giving the visiting grandkids some money before leaving. Yeah, how fun is that? My grandparents did that too, and it was so cute. I used to get letters in the mail sometimes from my grandma, and she'd send me like some sort of funny thing out of like a magazine or a newspaper or something, but there'd always be like a $5 note in there too. So bloody cute, and it's so cute how so many grandparents did that, or are still doing it. If I had a flower every time I thought of you, I could walk in my garden forever. Oh, that's so cute, and the art style is cute too. Super beautiful, and a beautiful place to end today's episode. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time today. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe if you want to. And the comment of the day today, goes to Insanity Gear. The cat pictures are my favorite thing ever. Oh my god. Who knew new cat pictures could make somebody so happy. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it, and I'm so happy that you like the cat photos. And yeah, I couldn't agree more. They make me so happy too. I don't even know what it is about cats, but they're so beautiful, and they radiate like really good energy. I can't look at a cat without laughing or like smiling or something. I'm so happy that you guys like the photos too. Okay, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next episode, everybody. Also, sorry about the compilations and stuff. This whole not having power on and off has been so hard in terms of like getting videos made and stuff. But yeah, hopefully should be back to normal now. So yeah, thank you for being patient, and I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!